the snake pit. It's the SMU Mustangs and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
I caught up with the SMU head coach before the game. This is what he had hoped for and is excited that it is playing out right before our very eyes. Bringing this running back in the transfer portal, he knew that he could be someone to make an impact, but he didn't know how much. And here he is, highly productive, really starting to lean on that offensive line and gain some chemistry with the other guys on the team. We're seeing this offense come alive, and they've got to do it again here today. I'll keep you posted on how things start here in the game in the first quarter and how this chemistry is showing up big time for this team. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stops at the 18. The Mustangs offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. He's coming off a 100-yard game and a couple of touchdowns in their last win. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but with snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
He's got it. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. They're going to run it. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Bringing it back. Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Dangerous throw there. This knocked down and incomplete.
Well, the linebacker's playing zone coverage, and he's just watching the QB's eyes to see where he's going to go with the football, and the eyes take him to the ball. He's able to swat it away. Great play on defense.
Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Mustangs decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out first time they've had the ball today. And we get a look at C.J. Cox. Man, he was razor sharp last time out. Completed better than 70% of his passes, throwing for 200-plus yards. Running inside, it's Williams. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. on the option. The pitch. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
And we talked to the coaches coming in, right? Like, they knew they were going to see the option. But the speed is so much faster in the game, and the offense does a really good job getting it to the pitch man pretty quickly, making that read and making a play early in this football game.
He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be fourth down. So they're not comfortable with their field goal kicker from here, so the offense will go for it on fourth down. And he will not get there. How about this defense stopping that run short? The give to the single back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. The senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Makes the catch. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. The Mustangs have this offense rolling. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Well, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. They'll throw again. Down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. And the Mustangs in the hurry-up. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Mustangs! Looking for the tie with the extra point. This guy is so slippery, so elusive. He just vaporizes right in front of the defense.
It's crazy. You can play touch football in the elevator and lose to this guy. He's that kind of quick.
He'll bring it out. It's Barres. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The run inside. It's Williams. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone is on that track.
The offense moved, but it was because the defender jumped into the neutral zone, and the offense will pick up the 5. Notre Dame comes out of the break facing 3rd down.
Here we go. Wide, 3.
Motion from the back.
Go, go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Carr fires to the big fella. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Irish send out the punt unit. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. SMU's offense headed out onto the field to start this drive. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense is
turning it on. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? So take the touchdown off the board. What a devastating penalty. Pass interference waving off the pick 6. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Hale. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
And the offense found no success with the backward-going pass. How about a forward pass on 2nd and long? He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, SMU. They'll try to add another to their lead.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Young. Here come the Irish back on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. A quick pass to the left. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Tight end now in motion. Unloads quickly. Snags it and he's open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick release on the RPO. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. Just going to keep it after the snap. Finding some room. He slides down, and he's got enough to convert to 2nd and short. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Right on target this time. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. The Mustangs call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll run for it. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Here's Carr to throw. It's complete to the right. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. Notre Dame comes to the line that last completion, giving them a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it from the red zone. Big sprint. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. SMU spends his second timeout here. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
Well, this guy's dynamic, and he can hurt you in a variety of ways in the option game, and he had a chance that time to pitch it out wide if he wanted to, but he kept it himself. He shows you the wheels, takes it in for the score.
And right down the middle. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the second quarter. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. These 2 offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Making side adjustments here. Looking to pass. It's Jennings. Open on the right side. That's Smith. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Rush is on him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. The Mustangs will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Looks it in at the 40. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. They'll start this drive at their own 48. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And they say this is a game of inches, just a few more inches in the field of play, and it would have been a big gain. Instead, it's incomplete. Throwing, Carr. Quickly complete. Notre Dame will now use its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Carr from the gun on third down. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. The Mustangs offense is ready to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Quickly complete. Across the 25, he's got room. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. And the Mustangs, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Wants to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Cooper. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Makes the grab on the left. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Clock's still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Looking to throw on first down. The quick out. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. And now they regain the lead. The Mustangs will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Barres. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Oh, they're after him. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that.
Looking for more room. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. And the Mustangs trying to cash it in on first and goal. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. These fans raising the volume on second and goal. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This whole place is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Good right down the boulevard. They double their lead up to 6 here in the third quarter.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Carr. Bought a little time, lets it go. The short hands, it's Gilbert. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Offense working from the pistol. The give is to Williams. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Lining up, trying to convert this third and short from the 40. To the ground to try to move the chains. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. pulls and fires complete. Oh, he's got some space. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Notre Dame comes to the line, that last completion, giving them a fresh set of downs. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. At the end of that play, there is still a member of the Fighting Irish down on the field. Notre Dame comes to the line, that last completion, giving them a fresh set of downs. Going to the ground. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Carr. Looking down the middle. It's caught. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top.
Yeah, and really nice job seeing the middle of the field, seeing I can go deep and attack the middle of the field. And you can tell he runs a post, ball's right on him, catches the football, and then gets to gallop right into the end zone for a touchdown.
You know, they make fun of kickers for not worrying about contact, but that's about as rough as it gets. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. This offense is feeling itself right now, and momentum's coming along with them. Quarterback may change this route. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Oh, he makes the catch. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Mustangs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Fights off a defender. Might have a chance. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Pocket breaking down. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking downfield, it's Jennings.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Gets rid of it. It falls incomplete, and will change into the field to get things started back up. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Looks as if he's going to run it.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays when I can be physical and really make him feel me.
Caught, and he's got more. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. The Irish, after the chunk play through the air, back to the line. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Carr to throw. Under fire. He's got his man. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. Back to pass. It's Carr. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Tight end finds a soft spot. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. Notre Dame comes to the line that last completion, giving them a fresh set of downs. Caught behind the line. It's Gilbert. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. Again, it's Carr. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Irish! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And you gotta love the creativity with the tight ends nowadays. They can do so many different things. Does a good job. He slips behind the defense. Defense doesn't know where he went. And what does he do? He gets in for 6.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets a block. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Hale. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Mustangs want to crank the tempo.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Wants to throw on first down. Fears the pressure. He's on the move. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Offense gets set for 2nd down.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Scanning the field, it's Jennings. Right down the middle. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And the Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Trying to make... There he goes! He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. The Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. He'll set up to throw. He's got him. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. On the move, past the line. Touchdown, Mustangs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the Mustangs respond.
Awesome execution. Nice job going down the field, scoring the touchdown, but only half of the work is done. Under 2 minutes, got to go for the 2-point conversion here. Kick your play. Let's get ready to roll.
He makes the grab for the 2-point conversion, and in the final moments, we are tied. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards, and they finish it off with the score from the 4. Fielded in the end zone, it's Young. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Running inside, it's Williams. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And that's luxury for this offense to be in right now. They don't have to be in so much of a hurry. They can still run the football, be successful. Great chance right here knocking on the door to take the lead.
Throwing, Carr. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Firing to the right, complete. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27. Carr on play action. Fires one high and deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. The Irish punch back.
What a great game, tied late in the ballgame. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice. Execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, here on the away team sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. The snap sets up the throw. He wants a big play here late. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The run inside. It's Young. Runs for the tackle. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was enough.